Hi everyone, welcome back to the Sabbath series. In the last video, we explored Genesis 2 verses 1 to 3, and we saw how God blessed and sanctified the seventh day at creation. But today, we're going to go deeper into the identity of the Creator himself. And why does this matter? We're going to see as well. Stay tuned. So we're going to be reading John 1 verse 3 to see who made everything, who's actually our Creator. So let's read John 1 verse 3. All things were made by him, and without him was not anything made that was made. Okay, so we know that John 1, from verses 1 to 3, John 1 is talking about Jesus Christ himself, but it refers to him as the Word. So we know that the Word is Jesus Christ because in verse 14 it says that the Word was made flesh and dwelt among us, and that was Jesus Christ. And so in this verse, it's saying that all things were made by Jesus Christ, and without him was not anything made that was made. So without him, the world wouldn't exist, the laws wouldn't exist, and the Sabbath wouldn't exist. And let's look further. Hebrews 1 verse 2 hath in these last days spoken unto us by his Son, Jesus Christ, whom he hath appointed heir of all things, by whom also he made the worlds. Again, we see Christ here as the Creator. And now Ephesians 3 verse 9. And to make all men see what is the fellowship of the mystery, which from the beginning of the world hath been hid in God, who created all things by Jesus Christ. So we see now who was present at the creation when the Sabbath was instituted. The Father was present, yes, but it says here that he created all things by Jesus Christ. So Jesus Christ actually was the one who created the Sabbath. And let's also go to Mark 2 verse 28, which is Jesus talking himself. And let's see what he says about this. Therefore, the Son of Man is also Lord of the Sabbath. Amen. So we see here more specifically and emphatically that it was Jesus who created the Sabbath, and he calls himself the Lord of the Sabbath. This means the Sabbath, the day of rest established at creation, was made by Jesus. And this last verse is just putting it out there very clearly. So when we honor the Sabbath, we're not just following a command, but we're entering into a divine rhythm that was set by our Creator and Redeemer, Jesus Christ himself. So Jesus is the Creator of all things, including the Sabbath. He did not abolish the Sabbath or change it because he owns it. The Sabbath is Christ-centered, not just law-centered. If Jesus created the Sabbath and calls himself its Lord, then keeping it honors him. But why did God command us to keep the Sabbath holy? That's what we'll explore next time. Thank you so much for watching and see you next time.